we're here with Coach Govan, the head coach of wrestling, and we have a few questions for you. First question, what do you think the wrestling season will be like this year?
All right, that's a great question. And one thing, too, I'll say thank you, Coach Rickman and his staff for having us today and being able to talk about our program. As far as the season, what it's going to look like, we've had a lot of changes, definitely due to COVID situation that, we have to work around. Wrestling, we're very much a high-at-risk sport, so we've had a lot of modifications we've had to make to the season. With that being said, everything's been going pretty well. We've already started workouts. We've been going for about a month now already. So we hope to start practice on October 26th. And our first match, which they were pushed back a couple weeks, will start November 23rd. So normal season to that capacity as of right now, with some changes as far as, you won't see us shaking hands. You won't see us, doing some of the things that we've normally done traditionally in the past. But we should be able to get, between 40 and 50 matches, which is kind of our goal every season. And, we'll compete every weekend moving through state tournament, which will be in February and January.
Second question, will you be the only coach this year?
No, I won't be the only coach. We have had some coaching changes from last year to this year, and that's not uncommon from any year in sports. It's always great to keep a group together, but sometimes things change on that. I know as of right now, it'll be myself, Coach Galloway, who works at the middle school, and Coach Dan Puak will also be an assistant coach with us this season, and we're looking to add a little bit more to the staff.
How has this virus that's been going on affected the wrestling team?
Well, kind of like earlier how I mentioned, we've had some changes. Some of the big changes are, for example, we won't have, the shaking of hands before and after matches. Your hand won't be raised when you win. Some of the bigger changes are there's going to be no sectionals tournament this year individually. So you'll have to place top 3 at region to move on to state, and it'll be a 24-man bracket at state, which is a little bit bigger than normal, as opposed from 16. We're adding 8 more people in. So it's going to be a little bit bigger there. The other thing is we're kind of limited on how many matches we can have throughout the week and how many teams actually can be at a tournament per how many mats are available.
What do you think competition will be like?
That's one thing we always seek out is having great competition. Most of the season we wrestle 7A, 6A, 5A schools, and then even tougher schools in the single A, double A, triple A. We want to find, other state championship quality teams, other teams that are at the top level. That way it gets us ready for when we need to be our best. So I think the competition is going to be great. So far, I'm probably about 95% done with our schedule, and it's looking really tough, and that's what we want.
What is your number one goal this year with wrestling?
We talk all the time about goals with our wrestlers, with our staff, with our parents, but, one thing we've been big on this year is just being our best every day, and that's a big goal, and that may sound simple, but, coming into practice, coming into workouts every day and giving your best effort, that's always a tough thing to do on a day-in, day-out basis. Our season is from, we've started in September and we'll finish in February, so that's a long time for every day to come in and be your best, because you're going to have some tough days where you have to grind through it. But that's the overall goal, and if we do that, then that's going to take care of us. Looking to win another region championship, looking to be in the state finals and possibly winning a state championship again. So that's the ultimate goals.
From the teams we are going to be, that your team will be wrestling, which do you think will be the hardest competition?
We moved down from 4A to 3A this year, and 4A was probably the toughest classification depth-wise, so there was a lot of really good teams there. So moving down to 3A, our new competition, or the ones that we're really going to be competing against, are probably going to be North Hall, who are the defending, dual state champions, and Snoreville, who is the defending traditional state champions, which I feel like, we will be right there with them competing, and, we have to do a good job as coaches of matching up our wrestlers and putting them in the right position to be successful, and our wrestlers have to go out every day and work hard to get ready for that moment. So it'll be exciting. We're ready for it.
And that's all the questions. Do you have anything to say?
No, I mean, we're really excited about this season. You know, there's still time. If you're interested in wrestling, if it's something you've thought about, you know, this year, you know, we're having tryouts again, and but we feel like we have more opportunities, say, for our wrestlers to get better. But if you're a girl or a guy that is interested in it, come talk with me. Come talk to some of the wrestlers, and you know, if it's something you might want to try, you know, get a physical and let's come out and check out some workouts.